Okay, I have returned with another video finally after like million years or so. So we're out here with the S10, the video I promised in the last video. It's been like almost 4 months now. Was still summer back then, now it's snowing. Anyways, I've been trying to get a decent speed reading here. Somehow I had a very bad connection to the car and it sometimes just, drove out into the grass. Anyway, sorry for having to blur the top half of the screen again. It's mainly because I'm lazy. So I've been up on a road here that is basically not driven on. So here I got some first tests done with 48 kilometers an hour, which is, I think, the fastest I got with the setup I had that day. I put on some wider wheels for, I guess, more grip, and because it's almost the only wheels I have. As you can see, the car is also very dirty, but yeah, I hit in 48 a few times there, but that was everything I could get out of it with the gearing it has. The stock gearing is like, I think 6.5 to 1 from wheels to motor. Here again, disconnection and right into the grass. Then I took the thing home and basically disassembled everything. I tried to get those screws loose, but that didn't work. Then I noticed how scratched my motor was. That one we're actually gonna exchange after the next few runs. The massive gear on the drive shaft. Also, I couldn't get that screw out of the drive shaft too. And these things, I think they're like the out drives of the differential. They were very wobbly, so I tried fixing that, which worked. Also, I noticed that the gears inside the diff were slightly, used, I guess. And then I took like literally everything apart, washed it, and put that stuff back together. I also kind of broke the servo saver, so it's now not saved anymore. And as you can see, it's now very, very clean in comparison to before. I did all this with an explosion drawing and some like heavy machine grease and a bit of silicone spray, I guess. And I wanted to put new gears on it to make a more direct gear ratio, which I did. And I wanted to exchange the wheels for those, which I didn't do because, the ones were still good. Those were Speedrun wheels. So here I have a 1-to-1 gearing from motor to drive shaft, which are 3D printed PLA gears. Yeah. Then I went out to drive it. Except I didn't drive it because, as you might know, you don't actually know that, but the car was doing that before the first recording. The ESC burned down when I tried doing the next runs. So I changed it with my other ESC. I also put in the other motor I had, which turned out to be faster, but that happens later. Here we are with the previous 3000 kV motor and like I think a 45 watts ESC on 2S LiPo, and we're already hitting speeds higher than previously, which makes sense. Yeah, I'll just let you watch that, I guess. that was, I think, the fastest run I had. It was 64 or 65 kilometers an hour, which was a lot better. Now, again, this is very slow. Other people can do much higher speeds with brushed motors, but I'm a noob at this, so yeah. Now, this is the last pull I did, and now you're gonna hear a very quick, very high sound, which is the drive shaft, which is the shaft of the motor slipping on the pinion. And well, then we landed like this. So it was back to, well, repairing, and as you can see, this thing is obliterated. The teeth are still in very good shape, which I was expecting them to be, but the hole is not round but more oval shaped, kinda. It also was melted to the motor, literally. So I then tried printing gears from ABS. Now, because our printer doesn't have a part cooling fan, I did this to it, which is kind of goofy, but it actually worked. So yeah, this is the original PLA pinion. Then I made these slightly smaller because they barely fit. They are still 1:1 though. So these first ones are actually warped as hell. The second ones are just as warped and stringed, and the third iteration is actually relatively good. So then I put those on the car. Now this is max pulls I made. I'll just let you watch that. Oh, just kidding. That was only one run. So I then did this monstrosity of like basically an indestructible gear. Then, though, after printing the first one, this is ABS, just blue because yes, I noticed that I didn't mirror it, so it doesn't fit. It doesn't mesh with the one on the drive shaft. It meshes with the pinion, and it's not supposed to do that. So after fixing that and finally printing one that works, I then hit the streets again. This time, nothing actually happened at the beginning. So I position myself here for a what I hope to be record kind of pull. Well, see for yourself, I guess. That was the slip sound again. I don't know how it did that. It slipped on a metal pinion. Anyways, next run, this time, this was the only, for me, logical way to save this. Naturally, hit the worst place next to the road. Freaking stones. Everything was still fine though, and I did another run after waiting for that car to pass. Now, I got some distance here, and this is the fastest run I got. I actually calculated that the car should go 72 kilometers an hour with the new motor, and it didn't do it. But that was very good for just being very rough calculations based on the previous ones. So yeah, hope you liked it. I'm gonna do more longer videos soon, hopefully, and I need new tires. Bye.